Apex Season 5 is here, and we got a brand new character called Loba. Today I'm going to tell you guys what's the best way to play her, what are the tips you're going to need to know to master her, and what you should know before you start playing Loba. Asifa, this is LaserBolt, and welcome to today's video, guys. Today we're going to go over Loba and what you need to know when you start using her, what are her abilities, and some tips that are going to make you a better Loba player. Now, this is the first character of all of them that I actually have to come into the training room to actually showcase all her abilities, because she is a very interesting character. Not only that, but I believe that her character and her playstyle requires you to be able to play her correctly. It's not a character that you could definitely just hop in, start playing her, and you'll be able to master her. You need to know how everything works before you even start or decide to main her. Now, she is a really good character, guys, but the biggest problem is being able to master every single aspect of her. We're going to go over the passive, we're going to go over the tactical and the ultimate ability, and I'm going to explain how everything works and how you should use it, and what are the tips that are going to make you a better Loba player. So let's go ahead and get started and take a look at her, pretty much her abilities. So her passive abilities is called Eye for Equality. That's the first one we're going to cover. And then we're going to cover her tactical ability, which is called Burger's Best Friend. And then we have her ultimate, which is called the Black Market Boutique. So basically, her passive ability, guys, is really, really easy to do. So I'm going to show you guys what her passive ability does. All right, so let me explain how her passive ability works. Her passive ability is actually very self-explanatory. Basically, it allows you to see through walls. So if you want to find gear, you see how you see right there, I'm behind this wall, but I'm still able to see where the golds are at, where the purple's at. This actually makes life really easy when it comes to looting. You know where to run to, where to go to, and where the good items are. Now, one tip I want to give you guys, just because you're the only one able to see it, make sure you guys pin items for your teammates, because your teammates are definitely going to want to know exactly where things are. So don't be greedy, guys, just using Loba and trying to find only good stuff for you guys. Make sure you guys are pinning stuff for your teammates as you guys are being able to see through walls, make those callouts, so your teammates know exactly where things are. Now, her passive ability has a very long range. As you guys see right there, I'm still able to see it. Even if I go further out, I'm still able to see it. Some things are disappearing, as you guys see right there. I'm no longer able to see them, but we're going to be able to kind of get an idea of how far we have to go in order to stop seeing items. So as you guys see, it's pretty long distance. We're looking about, I would say, 50 meters out. So from 50 meters in, you should be able to see her passive ability putting in play. So that's pretty much how her passive ability works. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. Now let's go over and talk about her tactical ability. Now this is where we're going to be spending the majority of the time in this video, because her tactical ability is one of the most interesting ones, and one that you have to learn to master. So pretty much very easy, guys. We're going to click on the left bumper, and this is going to pull out her wristband. Now, on the Xbox, you press Y to cancel, so you could cancel her ability. But as you guys see right there, it's very easy, very self-explanatory. But just because it seems easy and self-explanatory doesn't mean it's very easy to use. As you guys notice, the cooldown time for her passive ability takes quite a long time for it to be procced back up. And being able to use this ability correctly, it's going to determine you to become a very good Loba player. Now, we're going to show you guys how far this travels out and the distance. Now, this is going to be an advanced tactic that I'm going to show you guys, and the way that works is that you're going to be able to early cancel. Now, the way you're able to early cancel is by keeping an eye on the orange bars. So, let me go further back. Let me go ahead and show you guys exactly what this is. We're going to try to teleport to the target right there, but we're going to want to land on this rock right here. So, the way we're going to be able to do that is we're going to go ahead and put this all the way up here. And as you guys see, it's 70 meters. But once I throw this, you're going to see the orange bar keep going. Now, you're going to want to make sure you keep in mind what your cancel button is, because the cancel button is going to allow you to guys cancel this. Instead of going all the way across, it's going to cancel you at the actual rock itself. So here we go. We're going to throw it, and I'm going to put this on slow-mo after this one so you guys can get a better glimpse at this when I'm doing it. So here we go. We're going to lob this. Keep an eye on the orange bar and early cancel. Now we're at the rock as opposed to being at the target. So if you guys saw what we did there. Now the thing you got to pay attention to is the orange line that makes its way across to the target. And once you guys go ahead and pay attention to that orange line, where the orange line is at, that is where you're going to teleport if you early cancel. You're going to want to make sure you master that, because if you don't learn how to master that, it's gonna be saving you a lot of time. Because remember, people are going to be able to see where you're teleporting to, and that early cancellation is going to be very crucial to kind of surprise the enemy. So let me show you guys once again. lobbing it here, keeping an eye at the orange bar. We're going to the rock now right in front of the target as opposed to landing behind it. So really cool animation, but you're going to want to make sure you guys master that and keep that in reference to your memory. So for the console, it's going to be right trigger. For the, I'm pretty sure for the PlayStation 4, it's right trigger as well. For the PC, I don't know what the mechanic is, but it's whatever prompts when you guys are lobbying that. So those are advanced tactics that you're going to want to make sure you want to keep in mind. Now, the way you want to use this is that, remember, once you throw this or once that animation is being thrown, people are going to know where you're going to be landing. And one thing I want you to keep in mind is that this is not something that once you land, you're going to be able to start shooting. So you're going to want to make sure you guys, when you throw this, you want to make sure you're landing behind cover. So let's say I'm trying to get behind this guy right here. I actually don't want to land like right here, because if I land right here, by the time I land right here, he's going to turn around and shoot me. So I kind of want to land like somewhere where there's cover. So I'm going to try to land back here, due to the fact that that's going to allow me to land, pull out my weapon, and then engage the enemy. So let me show you guys exactly how that looks. So I'm engaging this guy, right? And I want to make sure I land behind that. So you want to land right there. So I'm going to throw that right there. So as you guys see, when I land, I pull up, you see it's like about 3 seconds, and then I'm able to shoot him, right? That is how you want to play with LOBA. So what you want to do is make sure you guys are landing behind a door, behind a cover, behind the rock, behind anything, because that animation takes 3 seconds for you to actually be able to draw your gun and start shooting the enemy. So that's what you want to do when you're playing as a LOBA. So now let's take a look at her ultimate. So her ultimate ability, it's actually pretty cool, because it allows you to bring out a device which looks like this, and that device that you're going to be able to place is going to be able to kind of allow you to steal anything that's in the vicinity. Now, one thing I want you to keep in mind, if you guys are noticing right there, there is a big dome that gets placed, and that's the radius of the amount of loot that we're able to collect. Anything outside that dome, we're not able to collect. Now, it's really important that you keep in mind that this particular item or particular thing that we're placing down is only traveling horizontally. So one advanced mechanic that I want to give you guys is when you guys are landing in a terrain and you want to make sure you are trying to get every single item, try to land on top of the terrain, because that's also going to give you verticality, pretty much looting. So let's say there's loot underneath here, right? There's loot underneath here. If I were to land down here, it's only going to give me the loot that is at eye level. So it's going to only travel horizontally. But if there's loot like right there, there's loot on the top, what I want to do is I want to land on top of a building, because what that's going to allow me to do, it's going to give me verticality and horizontal looting. So it's going to be extremely important. So when I place this down, it's going to give me the loot that's underneath me, and it's also going to give me the loot that's across from me. So make sure whenever you're popping this so you could get that loot and be able to get it. So we're going to place this down right here. So once you place this down, guys, what you're going to want to do is you're going to hold down X, that's on the Xbox, and you're going to be able to loot anything you want. So you could loot a backpack, you're able to loot a helmet. If you want to get a helmet, you hold down A, it's going to give you that, and then it'll also give you the backpack, and then you get, now you're only able to get 2 things at a time, and then it won't allow you to get anything else. So make sure that when you guys are doing that, you could do a couple things, and I'm going to give you some advanced tactics that you're going to want to use that. So when you're using this device, you're going to want to make sure, once again, like I said, that advanced tip that I gave you, place it vertically. Place it as high as you can so you can get vertical items and you can get horizontal items. In addition to that, you're going to want to be able to use this through a late game, because what that's going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to armor swap. So let's say you're in a heated battle and you're getting shot, but you want to keep engaging. Place that down and then just start armor swapping. So if you get shot, place that down and you'll be able to loot anything that's around you, switch to different armor, and then you guys are ready to go back into the battle. Another way you're able to use this is, let's say you get done and you're shooting some enemy and the circle's about to close and you can't loot the boxes, or they can't loot the stuff that the enemy has. What you want to do is get back into the zone, place that facing like the area that you killed people, so behind a wall. So let's say I'm right here and I killed this guy, I killed him, right? But the storm's coming in. What I'm going to want to do is run here. Let's say the storm ends right here. I'm going to go back here and then place my totem or my my item right here, my lootable, and that's going to allow me to loot the box of the guy that I killed over there, as long as he is within the radius of the totem or the the artifact here, or the little vault thing here, the little diamond I like to call it. So overall, in general, guys, those are the best tips I could give you for Loba. I am having a ton of fun playing as Loba. If you guys are, and you have any other additional tip that I might not have mentioned in this video, please let me know in the comment section down below. And let me know, what do you guys think of Loba? Is she top tier? Is she not top tier? Let me know all that in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video.